Tonight we have a very special host and a friend of the Jewish people, a friend of Israel, a friend of PCI, a personal friend that I've known for a number of years. And he was formerly working here in the Parliament as a chief of staff for a member of the European Parliament, but was elected into the European Parliament this election in May. So the person I'm talking about is Charlie Weimers. He is from Sweden. He's representing the ECR group and the Swedish Democrats in Sweden, and it's a great pleasure for me to give him the floor and for him to say a few words. So Charlie, thank you for hosting us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Thomas. It's a great honor for me to host this reception as a friend of Israel, as a friend of yours, Thomas, as a friend of your very important organization, European Coalition for Israel, which has been fighting for now, how many years? Many years, but too few years, because a lot more years are needed, as we all know, to actually end the anti-Israeli bias in this House. And we will definitely work together on that. And I appreciate your insight and your ideas and your steadfast support of the only democracy in the Middle East, that is Israel. So thank you for your work, and I look forward to the future. Actually, I thought of bringing a glass that I have back in Sweden to this reception to make the toast for your organization. It says it's a big Weissbier glass where it says Golan Heights Brewery. 10 years ago I was on a beer tasting trip there, and I wanted to make that toast for all products made in Israel in response to the labeling decision by the EU court the other week. Now I realized that there was no Weissbier around here, so making a toast with a Weissbier glass full of champagne would not have made my morning tomorrow easy, so instead I used this. But still, this singling out of Israel that is going on in this House is pure discrimination. They don't care whether products made in Western Sahara is labeled made in Morocco. But they do care when it comes to Israel. Yes. It's a selective behavior that is unworthy and needs to stop. My daughters, they love unicorns. And I hope you do as well, because you have a unicorn standing right in front of you. A Swede that loves Israel.
Bravo.
And
that's what we are.
And I want you to know that with the help of the party that I represent, Sweden could actually, after the elections in 2022, be moved from the column of anti-Israeli governments to the column of pro-Israeli governments. It could happen. When I decided, as Thomas said, to change party, which I did 1 year ago, from the Christian Democrats to the Sweden Democrats, one litmus test that I had was the view on Israel and the support of Jewry in Sweden. So I looked at, what does this party stand for? Well, they want to improve security around synagogues, more police. They want to move the Swedish embassy to Jerusalem, where it belongs. And this party also said during the 2014 Gaza war that Hamas is using human people as shields. Israel has the right to defend itself. I was convinced that this was a reform party, another party than was started in the 90s with some problematic elements with regards to Israel. I was convinced that I could be a constructive part in this journey towards mainstream European politics, towards a reasonable view on Israel, towards a pro-Israeli Swedish government. And with those words, I want to bring a toast for a reset of not only Swedish-Israeli relations, but a reset of EU-Israeli relations in a spirit of goodwill. Skål, l'chaim.